Thanks for being with me again, everyone. Now, it's just come to my attention that some 22 people have died in the United States as a result of another mass shooting. This is a continuing issue, and I'm making this video because I cannot understand why a country that has so many intelligent people, not necessarily Republicans, but others, and can never deal with this issue around guns, and that their dedication to weapons, to this notion that they must be able to defend themselves no matter what. And here they are again in a situation which is not a school, so we don't expect kids to be carrying guns, but in another situation where there were the random shootings at 3 different locations, and 22 people have been died and over 50 have been injured, and I suspect there probably might be further deaths than just that. A massive catastrophe, all because of one thing. Not because people have got a religious bent or they're racist or because they've got other issues, Islamophobia or whatever it might be, or that they're anti-Semitic. None of that stuff is relevant. There's the similarity in all of these killings is the fact that they have access to high-powered weapons. So when is the United States ever going to deal with this issue around gun control? Now, here in Australia, we had, back in the 90s, we had a 96, I think it was, we had a shooting at Port Arthur in Tasmania where 33 people died, men, women and children, because a guy had access to guns. And we decided at that particular point that we would eradicate this country from high-powered guns and weapons of that nature. So we did, and it has been celebrated. And just recently in Western Australia, they've outlawed certain weapons even further to ensure that those weapons are not getting into the hands of the criminal element. So we're doing what we can. As a result, we don't have mass shootings. We have deaths by some guns, usually held by criminal people with some sort of criminality, but we don't have the types of shootings that you have in the United States. We have murders, which is usually through knife and other implements, but we don't have mass shootings. And in fact, most countries around the world don't, except for the United States, because you bastards have never learnt the lesson and never will hold the lesson, because you hold on to an amendment which says that you are empowered to carry guns, when in actual fact it was written at a time when it was the militia that was supposed to hold guns in order to protect themselves from the king and his cohorts of soldiers. So those days are gone, but you guys love living in the past, and as a result of that, you wind up with far more deaths, whether it be amongst children in schools or whether it be people simply at a bowling rink, which occurred on this occasion, and so many people get killed. But I have got a video here I want to take of Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks. And Cenk has, on this occasion, at the beginning of this video, I think highlights what this problem is. Now, I don't necessarily agree with Cenk on everything, but certainly when it comes to gun control, he nails it. So I just wanted to play this video to you. I want you to let me know also what you think of this particular issue, and make some comments below. Subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. And just let me know what you think about, wherever you might live, about gun control in particular and what needs to be done about it. Simply, in my view, these guns need to be outlawed. So, and it's a complicated issue simply because the gun lobby has lots and lots of power in the United States, and I think there are lots of crazy people who actually believe they have a right to carry a gun. Not that many of them would necessarily shoot people, but but the fact that they're there, the fact that they're available, means that crazy people do get hold of them and they commit these mass murders. So this is what my friend Cenk had to say, and I think it's really worth taking note of.
He's an active shooter in Maine. He's in Lewiston, Maine. Police believe his name is Robert Card. He's 40 years old. So obviously, if you're anywhere near there, be really careful. They haven't caught him yet. There's 22 dead already confirmed, and many more injured. So unfortunately, in America, this is a common recurrence. In other countries, they're stunned
True.
by the level of mass shootings and death and homicides that we have. That's because other countries don't have anywhere near the amount of guns that we have, and those are stone cold facts. And so the number of guns is directly related to the number of gun homicides, gun suicides, and mass shootings, confirmed by every study in the world. If you want to kid yourself and you want to lie to yourself, well, you're not alone. A million people lie to themselves all the time about all these different issues, right? People want to get to the position that they are in favor of, whether the facts are helpful or not helpful. And the reality is there is one common thread. I mean, people are always constantly and I look too. So what is he? Is he white? Is he Muslim? Is he a right winger? Is he a rando? Is it about an office romance or an office disagreement? Is an ex-girlfriend? But really, that's not the common theme at all. So we've had, for a while, we had a string of shootings by Muslim Americans. Now we've had massive string of right-wing mass shootings. Before it was randos. A lot of times it's young kids at school who felt like they were outsiders. Not the common theme. Those things do not connect these events. There's one thing that connects them all, which is the weapons. And you say, oh, well, you could kill people with a knife. Yeah, but you can't kill 22 people in Lewiston, Maine with a knife.
And I think that's the point. The point is that the commonality between the amounts of shootings, there are more guns per head of population in the United States than anywhere else in the world. It is the most dangerous place to live. I mean, how would you feel now if you're living in the United States, now, not knowing whether going down to the shop or to a bowling alley may eventually mean that you may be killed, your partner may be killed, your kids may be killed. In the United States, it's a real possibility. One of the reasons why, in fact, I will never travel to the United States again. What do you think? Put a comment below. Let me know where you're coming from in relation to this issue. Love to have a conversation with you about it. And if you wish to get on my channel and have a conversation with me directly through a video link, please let me know. More than happy to facilitate that as well. In the meantime, and I really do mean this, if you're in the United States watching this, change the laws. Do something different. Be bold. Contact your local member. Talk to them about how you feel and how you think about the safety of you, your partner and your kids. And do something about it. So take care of yourself, everybody. Look after yourselves. And given what's happening in the United States at the moment, please be safe.